I just like can't date anybody that looks like my brother.
My first vodka was probably when I was like 7th grade.
I was stupid because Matt, my ex had my location. I moved here for my ex-boyfriend.
Oh my god, so he made you move here?
I just started sending like shirtless pictures to like all these bars in New York City.
I feel like a lot of hot guys, they're so bad in bed.
It is so gay here. I was like, it is gay. I did play football.
Period.
Yeah, I hated that shit though.
Do you really think the gym in New York is a place to hook up?
We did have rules until I broke them all.
Welcome guys, I'm here not alone today, I'm here with Danny.
Yeah.
Danny is from Austin, Texas. Welcome to New York.
Thank you.
How long have you been in New York City?
I've been here for a year and a half.
Okay.
From Austin where we met for the first time.
So we have a good story. We met in Austin, Texas when Danny was a little bit under the influence.
Yeah.
Because you were in a, what was this club called?
It's called Highland.
Highland.
Down on 4th Street.
Yeah, Highland.
Yeah, not as faded.
I'm actually gonna put the video right now.
Okay.
Like the viral video. Okay, right now.
Danny, are you gay?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on circumcision?
Absolutely not. I resent my parents for circumcising me, and it's really sad. Like, I wish I could go back and tell them, like, absolutely not. No. Circumcision, no. My body, my choice. As a baby, I should be able to choose what the fuck I'm doing with my penis.
Why not?
What?
Why not? Like, tell me why not.
Why not? Because it's my penis. It's not my parents' penis. Like, I want to know what I want to do with it, and it's just way better.
And now we're back. So as you guys see, and I remember Danny, and I randomly met him in the nightclub here where he works, and I was like, okay, like once I do my podcast one day I should invite him, because I always wanted to talk to a person who is bartender, who doesn't do OnlyFans,
Yeah.
who doesn't
Not yet.
Not yet, yeah. If maybe in the future.
Yeah, maybe years from now.
Maybe in the future. So how do you like New York? When did you move here?
It's fun. I was here like a year and a half ago. It's definitely like a hard start to move here, just because like the gay scene's so like large and so many people as compared to like Texas where it's so easy.
Yeah, so you're from Texas. I don't know why we skipped to New York. How was it?
It was good. It was good for the most part. I was in like Amarillo before Austin, which is like super country and conservative. So
Okay.
it was like I've been like bouncing bigger and bigger. So it's like Amarillo, Austin, New York.
How big is this town?
Amarillo,
Yeah.
like it's like 200,000 people. So like a good like amount, but still like everyone kind of knows each other.
Did you have a gay person in the high school who you remember?
Yeah, I mean there was like my school had like 400 students.
Okay,
and,
that's
like,
pretty big.
I became like one of the like bi-curious ones like senior year. So there was like maybe like 3 of us.
Okay. So
But I wasn't fully out at all. for
okay.
sure.
So when did you like realize you think you're into guys?
I think I was like into guys whenever I was like kind of like in the locker rooms, and I'd kind of be like sneaking eyes, and I'd kind of be like, oh, I should not be doing that.
I've done it so many times.
Yeah, I know. And now it's just like a regular thing here because everybody in the locker room is just like staring, and they're like, who's next? Like trying to find somebody.
What kind of locker rooms you go to? Because
No, I would say the gyms here in New York are pretty like extreme for the most
Yeah.
part. Like it is like a hookup place like people go.
yeah, we'll get to the gym part.
Yeah.
But wait, so you've been in Texas. Texas.
Yeah.
So you've been in Texas. Then you moved to Austin.
Yeah, so like Amarillo to Austin, which is like an 8-hour drive, but complete 2 different cities. Like Austin's super liberal, and it was like really easy to like kind of like come out there. But in Amarillo, I was definitely like shy and like did not want anybody to know that I was like fucking around with guys.
What's your zodiac sign?
Taurus?
Oh, that's good. We can be friends.
What are you?
Capricorn.
Oh, I hate Capricorn.
Really?
No, just kidding. No, I like Capricorn.
No, it's like my best friend is Taurus, my assistant is Taurus.
Really? Okay. Yeah, Taurus is
Taurus
like,
and Leo. That's what I...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had like a crazy ex-boyfriend with the Leo, so Leos like scare me a little bit.
They're a little bit full of themselves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
You just have to like let them think that they're the best.
I know. I just like put them on a pedestal and just be like, okay, you can stay there, and I'll worship you, I guess.
Period. Who did you come out to? Did you have friends there?
Well, like I didn't like the first time I didn't like get to come out. I was caught. And
Oh, that's hot.
I know. I was caught in high school because I like had this guy that I was like kind of like talking with from another school in like Amarillo, and we were both in the theater and kind of like saw him around. But I started to like bring him over to my house without like my parents knowing, and like they had no idea that I was like remotely gay at all. And I would like sneak him into my house a few times, but my parents kind of like started like catching on and thought that I was doing some suspicious stuff. Like
Probably smoking weed or something.
yeah, I thought I was doing drugs for sure. And so then one night I always like barricaded my door though, like so that nobody would come in. But then one night he always like left before like 12 or people. But one time he like fell asleep like while he was there, and we both fell asleep. My dad wakes up like 4 a.m. in the morning. Mom's like, he's doing something. Like we know that he's like doing drugs. And then he like starts. I just like hear like I was sleeping and he was like banging on my door, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And he's like laying here asleep.
You're trying to sneak
And
him
he
out?
can't- Yeah, no, I was like, no, because he wasn't awake. It was like
Okay.
it was so quick, and I was like, what is happening? Like I'm like, and then I just like I barricaded my door with my doorknob, but my dad kicks the door down, and so my doorknob like flies off, and then as soon as my dad gets in there, that the guy that was in my bed, he's like yawns up, and my dad just like staring there like.
Was he naked?
No, I think we were under the covers, so like
Yeah.
they'd be like in underwear.
Like in underwear.
But like we weren't like doing anything or like messing around. We were just like sleeping together.
And your dad.
Oh yeah,
What was
like,
his reaction?
He was like, "What the fuck?" And he just like turned around like in disappointment. He didn't like start screaming or anything. And then he got like my stepmom, who was at the time, and he was like, "Get his stuff, and we're getting the fuck out of here. We're driving his ass home." So then I'm like, please stop, please, please. I'm like, and this kid's like, I'm like, get your ass up. He's still like trying to snooze, and I'm like, get your ass up. Like we need to get out of here. Like we need to get you out of here. So then we had to like drive him. My parents were like, no, we're gonna take him to his house. And we're gonna go up to his parents and tell him like what he's doing. And it was
That's
like,
so mean.
Oh, it was so mean. So then now I'm like driving in the back seat of this car, and I was driving in the back seat of this car to this guy's house. Show up to his house, and my dad's like, we're gonna go talk to his family now. But his family already knew. He was like fully out to his parents.
Period.
So they were like,
what are you gonna tell him?
no, they were kind of just like, okay, and like what do you? So it was like an awkward like because my family was very like, what the hell, and they were like, it's fine. He like sleeps over at your house. Like they're like, he's been doing this like this past like 2 weeks. Like, I don't know why it's a big deal now.
So his family knew, and they were like, and how old you were? Like 16?
I was like 17.
Oh, that's
like,
old age, yeah.
Yeah. So like I had our own cars and like driving around.
What was your dynamic with the dad after this?
It was my parents. Like I've never been grounded before. Like I was a good kid, and this time was the first time I ever got grounded. Like from my phone.
Just
from
because
my
you slept with a
car.
guy.
Yeah, like they were like, because like you're not supposed to have like people over, and I was like, if I had a girl over here, my dad would be like, whoa, yeah, get that shit. Like they would like he would be like so proud of that. So, but then it took them like a good while to like figure out like. Okay,
Did you like just told him like, okay, I'm like bi curious, or I'm just trying to figure out myself, or you were like, okay, let's just forget about it.
No, I definitely like told him like I was like I like him like bi, like I got girls and guys,
Okay.
and so
So it's safe, kind of.
yeah, and so they were chill with it for a while. They were just like so shocked that like I did that because they just had no like I was not like
Very
doing-
like mask for mask.
yeah, and they kind of
Yeah.
like raised me to be like so like football playing, so like
Did you play football?
I did play football.
Period.
Yeah, I know. I hated that shit. Though. That shit was terrible. I was like, get me out of here as soon as possible.
I know you love drag queens, right?
But,
You
yeah.
love to watch
I was like, I
RuPaul.
want to do drag. I want to dance around. I was like, I don't want to do this fucking shit. I don't want to get tackled. But then they came around. They like had suspicions in the end because before this, I was like hanging out with this guy. And
Was he hot?
yeah, he was a hot guy. His name was Levi. Hey, Levi. And then I was telling my mom now. She was like, because I always hang out with him and another girl, and she was like, "Oh, are you like dating her?"
Yeah.
She was like, "Are you dating her?" And I was like, "No," and I was like, she was like, I was like, I was like, maybe like the guy. She was like, "What?" She was like, "You're joking," and I was like, "No," and she was like, "No, stop joking. Like you're not being funny. Like I know you're joking." I was like, "I'm not joking. Like this. I was like, I might like girls," and she was like. And I've never seen my mom like so disappointed.
Upset.
And just like I just like tears in her eyes, and I was like, "Holy shit! Like what did I just do?" I was like disappointed. I was never disappointed her before. And I was like, I'm just kidding. Like I was like, "No, I'm sorry. Like I'm just kidding. Like it was a joke." She's like, "No, you're not." She's like, not kidding. And I was like, no, I am. Now she's like crying at this point, and I'm about to start crying. And I'm like, no, like I'm literally joking. I was like, I'm joking, I'm joking. And then I was like, and then she like left my room. So this is like before that happened. So they were kind of like, they were like getting
Figuring it out.
Yeah. So I was sloppy. I should have been.
Did you have any sibling? Do you have any sibling?
Yeah, I have a younger brother.
So
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they have one straight guy.
Yeah, hopefully he does. Well. I already failed them once. But he's gonna give the children. I can't do that.
So you're like, that's what the locker rooms, you were like having a lot of fun if you played the football.
Yeah, I guess, but they were not reciprocating. But I was way too shy though to do stuff. Like I would kind of be like,
And it was Texas too. So.
yeah. But I would say,
Was it like regular school or more religious?
no, it's just like a regular school,
That's
but it was
good.
like a country, like agricultural base, like pigs everywhere.
Question: where do you think the guys are hotter, in countryside or in New York City?
I would say I'm like my favorite type is like Arabic men.
Okay.
Like Arabic men are like guys from Lebanon. Those are like my favorite. Like dark
So there's not that
features.
many of them.
I know. So I like
In
like,
countryside, right?
I know. So when I went to Madrid, I was like obsessed because
Okay.
there was so many guys that were like from the Middle East, and I was like, whoa, hey. So
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you didn't have a lot of those, and it's probably all white and.
No. What is your
not
type?
diverse.
What's like
I
your
really
type?
don't have one.
No?
I can be probably.
it's a slut for everybody.
Period. No, but like I truly don't have a type.
Okay.
Like it just depends on the guy.
Okay.
Like but I do have a toxic trait. Sometimes it's like if guy is like not even remotely like I'm attracted to him, he doesn't have to be hot. If I don't have this energy vibe,
Okay.
I'm not gonna be interested in talking to him.
Okay.
I just have to have it. Just in order for me to get interested in person, it just has to be like something maybe in the brain.
Okay.
It's what it's called, sapiosexual. Sapi-
Demisexual?
Demisexual is it's like everyone. Sapiosexual is when you're attracted to their brain more,
Okay, okay.
or to their vibe.
Okay.
So it's for me. I just like big guys, small guys. I like all over the place.
Okay.
I don't care. It's Latino, white, black, everyone.
Okay, so it's like
I'll take everything.
opens your leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay, so you're like, you kind of just like more with like the personality and
Yeah, I definitely like would rather like in terms of dating. I went for like mask guy who's preppy look and
Okay.
just like taller than me.
Okay.
But like right now, I think about when I was growing up, it just
Okay.
didn't really matter. I liked everyone. I'm here for you guys. So, but yeah. So you're only like mostly into like Arabic guys.
Yeah, at the moment, I just like dark features. I like a lot of.
Do you have like that?
muscle.
You go through stages. Like you like those guys at first. You like then.
Yeah, I would say like I have definitely like in the past, like in Texas, there wasn't like you're kind of like stuck with like white muscle gays, which are like I like, but then like there wasn't that many like anything else. And so when I came here, there was like such much more of like a diversification of people, and I was like, oh, like there's so much more.
People. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, but I would say I go to fade. I just like can't date anybody that looks like my brother.
Period.
That's
Ew.
like
But why
it's
would
like
you?
It's
Yeah.
like a weird, like any guy that has like blonde, like flowy hair, I'm like, I'm not interested.
Okay,
I don't care
yeah.
how. Like if you're a 10 out of 10, I'm not interested because I just like can't get past it. And there was like one guy in the bar that like came up and he was like super attractive, like super ripped. And then he like took his shirt off and he was like, "You're hot." I was like, "You're hot." And then I was like, "Can we kiss?" And he was like, "Yeah." So I like kissed him from across the bar. But then I was like, "No, I can't do that." It just feels too
Because
weird.
he was blonde?
Yeah, because he was blonde. He was like bleached blonde. I was like,
Well, I don't
like
think it's a
this.
big issue. I heard in the South they have other.
That's true. It's so true.
Yeah, I don't know if it's appropriate joke,
Yeah.
but
Have you heard that? Like that quote. It's like incest is best. Put your brother to the test.
I've never heard this quote.
Disgusting.
Really?
Damn
That's
it.
what they say.
That's like a big like funny
Did you have
like
okay?
Arkansas.
I don't know if it's actually appropriate for the YouTube, but have you ever seen this kind of relationships?
Oh, it's like on Twitter. I've seen multiple like videos, like just like scrolling like on Twitter porn. Then I'm like, oh, this is wild.
Okay,
It's crazy.
I don't know what's your Twitter.
It's not that much.
Yeah. Okay, so you basically had a lot, but overall they accepted you. You're pretty good.
Yeah, no, now that like I had a boyfriend for like 3 years, and I had to wait like a year. I've only had like 3 serious boyfriends, and I always like
You're only 24.
I know.
It's
But, they've all been
I
like,
only had 3 serious. But
they're only like it's serious to me. It's like over a year, and like over a year, I'll be like, okay, yeah, I can introduce you to my parents.
okay.
And so yeah, I introduced them to my ex boyfriend, and they loved him, they like wanted to hang out. It was like fun hanging out with them, and now they're like, yeah, they're very very chill.
Now that I look back, when you said it, I started dating my boyfriend, and his parents wanted to see me like within 2 weeks.
No, that's a red
and I
flag.
went to the whole brunch.
No.
3 months later, I was at the Christmas, Thanksgiving.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we were quick.
That's crazy.
He's just very close with his parents, but
Okay.
like now I realize back, because I never had experience of like dating anyone. Now I realize back I would probably push a little bit more, at
it's
least
so
till
weird.
Christmas.
Was it him that was like, I want you to meet my parents, or was the parents like,
Parents.
oh, they were like, I want to
Yeah,
meet your
they're like,
boyfriend?
yeah, we just want to see him. I was like, why not? Because they were visiting New York City. So,
okay.
and we kind of met right away. So I
Okay.
went on brunch and 10 new people in my life.
So funny. Okay.
So 3 different relationships
Okay.
you had already.
3,
Okay.
yeah.
And you dating now, someone or no?
No, I just went through a breakup in July.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It worked out.
Okay.
We're still friends, so it's all good.
You went to Texas, to Austin. How was the Austin gay scene for you? Did you like it?
Yeah, I mean, I was in college there for the most time, so it was mainly like with around like college like gays, and like that was nice because it wasn't like
UT? What
yeah, UT in Austin, Hookham. And then it's small. It's way smaller than like what you think it is. And
I feel like there's like 3 groups, and like 2 of them are very mean, and like another group pretends that they're too rich.
Yes.
And in fact, they're not really rich.
no, exactly.
they leave the toilet when it's times to pay. I just heard a lot of gossip from Austin.
Yeah, it's very. I feel like Austin's like it's the exact size like for like a Mean Girls like situation where there's like the
Yeah.
popular girls who and there's like the rich girls and there's like the hot guys that are over here that you kind of talk to, and there's like the bare muscle daddies in the basement.
Oh,
like,
where's the basement there? I've
the
never-
base? Well, you know, in Highland, the place that we met.
Oh,
in, like,
people
the
go
bottom-
there?
In the bottom one, yeah.
People go there.
Yeah, it used to be. Like,
I've never seen it busy there. But
no, but it used to be really busy, and they had like cages down there. It was a lot
Okay.
funner, but now it's more like a dance floor, which is like fun. It's
Okay.
a good time.
What about favorite place in Austin? What are you like gay club?
There's only two that I really went to, and that was like Rain and Highland.
Yeah.
And I liked Rain with my friends. I had a really good time with like my friends Chris and David there, and I really like larger gay clubs where you able to like go to different spaces.
Yeah.
I'm like there's so many New York bars here that are just like so tiny that it's like
It's a thing. Like I don't
Yes.
think New York has that many like real clubs.
no. I think you have to go to like event centers.
Yeah.
Like Horse Meat Disco, Knockdown Center.
So why did you left Austin?
I moved here for my ex-boyfriend.
Oh my god! So he made you move
They
here.
didn't make me. I knew I wanted.
Oh my god!
I knew I wanted to be here, and he was like a plus, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna come live with you because we dated for like a year and a half, and he was like, okay, come live with me because we graduated before me.
Why did he want to move here?
Because so he was a lawyer here, so he had to move here for a job.
Nice.
And then we dated for like long distance for a whole year while I was still in school until I
Okay.
graduated, and then moved up here.
First day in New York City. Do you remember? How was
First day in
it?
New York City. It was like during Pride, so I was like,
Oh.
it is so gay here. I was like, it is gay.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was fun. It was so much fun. I was just like, it was nice because I was like coming at this like peak time in New York City, so it was like full of life and it was like really really fun. So it was a lot easier to like go down. It was like okay, it gets more chill from here.
You said it was a little rough for you to move to New York at first. Why was it rough?
Yeah, because I moved here with like I didn't know anybody besides him, so I kind of was like isolated with him, and like he had some friends here, but ones I didn't really click with, and so it was hard for me to like find like a good like gay scene and friend group here.
Did you find a job right away, or?
Yeah, so I started working as like a personal trainer at Equinox, and I was
Oh my God! Which location?
at Greenwich.
Oh yeah, the gay one. Yeah.
Equal gay.
If you go into Greenwich Equinox, it's very gay.
Yeah.
So they hired you.
Yeah, and I worked there for like 3 months.
There's no money there.
Not, I mean, if you had to hustle, and
Yeah.
like you were a salesman, and if you're good at sales, then like yeah, you'll succeed there. But I'm just not the type of person who can go up to somebody and be like, hey, like let me do this for you, and like convince
You're
them.
shy.
Yeah, I'm very reserved off in the beginning.
When I used to be a stripper for 3 months in LA, like in 2019, I would just sit in a corner and wait until they come here.
Uh-huh. And then you
to
just
me.
give them the best dance
And
of
then
their life.
I was not that great. But then the whole point when you're a stripper, you have to go around the tables and you like, oh, how do you do? Like, what's on your mind? So you're basically like psychiatrist, salesman for them.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
for $20 for 3 minutes. So I can relate to, I would never be able to sell a class.
So were you just like sitting there, or were you like kind of just like?
I
doing
was
a
just
little
like in my
dancing?
underwear,
Okay.
sitting, getting drunk, depressed.
Wait,
That didn't last long. It was 3 months, too.
Yeah, that's how long I spent at Equinox. It was like
Yeah.
3 or 4 months, and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
I had a couple of friends who worked there, and it's just you really have to like spend your life there. there.
Oh yeah, especially in the beginning to get like a good clientele base. Like you're gonna be there. Like
Did you had like some rich clients? Because Greenwich is like, if for people who don't know, Greenwich is like in the West Village. It's very, very rich place. I think it's
Yeah.
one of the richest, one of the most desirable places.
Oh yeah, for sure. Everybody
People
in New
wanna
York
live.
like wants at least to live in West Village, or at least one point
Yeah,
in their life.
like I lived there for a year,
Mm-hmm.
right on Jane Street. So did you had like some cool clients or?
I mean, there's like a very high-end clientele there because
Mm-hmm.
you're working with people that like, can afford these rents that are like like $9,000 a month to like way higher than that. So yeah, you're dealing with like very like high-end people, and so I wasn't there long enough to like have like a really big clientele base. I had like 1 or 2 clients, and I was like, I had to get out of here because I wasn't like making enough money. I was like, I need to like do something else.
And you just hated it.
Yeah, because a lot of the time you're spent like on the floor, just kind of like scouting out clients.
And you cannot look at your phone.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. But I was kind of like hiding in the stairway, and I
Period.
was like, not supposed to be doing that. And I was like drawing in there. So
And how did you find a job at bar?
so then I was like, okay, I need to get the hell out of here. Like I need to like change my life up. And I was like, I had one friend, Sebastian, and I was like, hey, like, is there any way, like, do you know anybody? And I just started like, I just started sending like shirtless pictures to like all these bars in New York City, all these gay bars.
What do you mean? Wait, that's how you got a job?
Yes, that's literally what I was doing. I was like on
Shirtless
Instagram.
pictures on Instagram.
Yeah, I was going to like all these Instagram gay accounts on Instagram, and I was like, I'm a bartender. Like, here's my body. Like, please, like, blah blah blah. Like, trying to get them to like clickbait, like trying to like snatch me up.
Wait, what you would like send a picture of you and it's like, are you guys hiring?
Yeah, I was in a picture of me like with my shirt off because I knew all these places like had bartenders that had their shirts off and like kind of like looking for somebody who had like
Thirst trap,
muscles.
yeah.
Yeah. So I was like trying to like use that. So I was like mentioning the Eagle. I was mentioning Boxers. I was mentioning Playhouse, Industry.
Oh
Hush.
God, you didn't get into
No,
Eagle.
I was going no, the Eagle. Those guys stay there, and they like I would say the Eagle like the bartenders make the most money out of like all New York City probably.
Eagle bar.
Yeah, and they like those bartenders stay there for like years and like make tons of money. But yeah, they did not hit me back up. And also like it's an older crowd for sure, and they don't
I
want.
feel like it's mixed sometimes.
Yeah,
We've been
yeah.
there a couple times, and it was just. It depends on a day.
Yeah,
I guess.
it's very fun. It's
Yeah.
a fun. It's a
I
fun
mean,
bar.
on the day.
I'm
We went,
sure you- I'm sure
actually,
you
wait.
have
When did we go? I think during the Pride.
Okay. Did you
Yeah.
go like on a Wednesday, like Jock Shop night?
No, I never went on this.
Okay,
Yeah,
I've
I
heard
think
that.
it was. I think it was just Saturday, something
Okay.
like this. And we had a friend who was able. Yeah, I remember it now. We had a friend who was able to get us in without line.
Okay.
Because the line was around the block.
Yeah, it gets.
If you go like there, you have to get there at 9 or 10, and then you're not gonna stay 2
Yeah.
hours.
No,
Because we got there and like. Yeah, it was the big line. That was scary. It's like LeBain.
Yeah.
You know, this.
Oh my gosh.
This
yeah.
line is there, but you applied to Eagle. You didn't get there, so you got
sadly.
to.
I would love
I feel
to
like
work there.
I feel like in order to work in Eagle, you have to like have a strong personality and
Oh,
like
yeah.
be resistant to a lot of
Yes.
stuff.
No, for sure. But yeah, the only two that hit me back up was Boxers, and they're like the same ownership of Hush, and they messaged me and they're like, hey, yeah, we're like kind of looking for people, just like come in, and we'll like interview you, and like they were like, we'll just ask you some questions and figure that out, and I was like, okay, shit, now I have to like memorize how to bartend. But I didn't like I served tables back in Austin, but like bartending, no. So I
So
would,
you lied.
a little bit. A little bit. That's like I feel like that's the only way you can like get into like things like that, like entry
Bartender
level.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So but then I just like Quizleted. I don't know if that's the word. Quizleted like every single drink like possibly made, and I was like trying to like memorize like all these drinks, like Cosmopolitan, Negroni, like all this stuff, so I could like if he's asking me questions, and then so I sit there in the interview, and he's like asking me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I love like bourbons, American made whiskey, like I was just like talking out my ass, like trying to get this job, and he was like, okay, now go to your underwear. He's like, we're gonna get you behind the bar, because Boxers is a bar where all the bartenders are in their boxers, and so then I'm like.
So he told you to take off your pants, or
Well, he told me he's like put these on, which is like the uniform, like the
okay.
boxers, and so I was like, oh shit! I was like, now I have to like memorize all this stuff and do it with my shirt off in boxers, and so then I go change, and I'm like shaking because I'm like, oh my gosh, like what is he gonna make me make? Like I've never made a drink before, and so he's like, okay, make a Cosmopolitan. And I knew the ingredients.
Oh, I thought he asked you like go get in your underwear just to,
He's like,
just to
"Let me
decide.
see you." He's like, we're gonna circle everything
Yeah.
wrong with you, and you're gonna get a bunch of work.
Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense.
No sorority like
Okay.
judging.
Woo.
But yeah, he just make a Cosmo, and like I was like measuring out liquor. I had no idea like how many seconds. I was just like playing around, like trying to make it like funny and just like trying to like use my personality to like get the job.
Was he a serious guy or?
Yeah, but he was like a really fun guy. I love George. He's an amazing dude. And he was like, okay, cool. But I think it's definitely like the body helped me because that's like what the boxers is they're trying
You
to,
have
like,
to be attractive to thirst trap people.
yeah. And that worked. And then they got me a job there, and I worked there for like 3 days until they moved me over to Hush, where I work at now, for like about a year.
So you work as bartender. Do people hit on you?
Yeah.
Because you're a bartender. People should hit on you, right? Like
Yeah, I would say, yeah, sometimes.
not often.
Sometimes.
Like once per week. No one hit on
I
me.
would say like a few times a night for sure, but like.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. It's but I have like all the bartenders like get that. It's not like a special like.
What's like the most common? Like, hey, you have a sexy voice.
They're like Jack Harlow, you're so hot. Like that. I get
Did they
that
call
a
you Jack
lot.
Harlow?
Yes, I get called Jack Harlow almost at least like once every night.
I thought Jack Harlow, and who else you said?
Timothy
'cause Champagne.
people,
Yeah.
they think I do porn, and they're like, "We know you do porn," and I'm like,
No,
"I don't
it's not
do
me."
porn." I was like, "That's somebody else." And they're like, "No, shit's okay. You don't have to tell us." And I'm like, "I don't do it." I'm like, pull it up." I'm like, pull it next to me. We look similar, but it's not that guy. And they're like, "No, it's okay. Give me a vodka soda."
Also,
they're wink at
like-
me, and I'm like, "What?"
If you did it, you would not be selling
Yeah,
vodka
I-
soda. You
yeah,
would be at home.
exactly. I'd be like,
you'd do just fine.
Yes, exactly. Also, if I was like having like subscription-based fans, I'd be like, "Yeah, it is me. Go subscribe to me."
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like, "No, I don't want you to know." But that happens all the time. And like, it happened the other day in Central Park too, because we're sitting there, and some guy comes up to me, and he's like, "I've seen your stuff," and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "You're so hot. Like, I love the videos you make." And I'm like, "That's not me." I'm like, "Get away." I'm like, "That's not me." So it's.
I watch RuPaul at night and do vodka soda. And is it girls or guys?
At
Who
the
hit on
bar,
you?
I would say it's like a good mix. But then it's a gay bar. There's like more, but the girls when they hit on you, oh, it's not like, "Hey, you're hot." It's like, "Let me touch you. Like, let me grab you. Like, let me like give me your like." And I'm like, "Do not touch me."
Like the girls,
The girls are aggressive,
and they don't understand you're gay.
so usually whenever like my voice is like deeper and like people think I'm like sometimes straight at the gay bar because they have like I guess a lot of people have the assumption that like a lot of gay bars have straight bartenders. And so whenever like, gays come up to me like, "Hey, what's up? Like, what do you need?" And I'm like, very straight. But I learned from girls like I don't do that. I'm like, "Hey, sister, what's up, baby? You want a drink, mama?" Like I get like way more gay because I'm like, I don't want you to hit on me because I'm just not into girls.
So girls are touchy?
Oh yeah, so like I've had girls like try to grab me, try to like just like do like the most like obscure things like to flirt. Like they're like either be like really mean, and then they're like put a straw in my drink, and I'm like, "Who are you?" I'm like, I don't even know.
Like,
water.
shut up, Rebecca.
Yes, no,
Like,
and then
you're
they're
not
like,
here.
Yes, and then her gay friend will be like, "Are you gay or straight?" And I'm like, "I'm gay as hell, especially for that girl because she's rude as."
Holy
yeah.
moly.
But-
I feel like gay people have a power. They do, like, whenever they look at each other, they kind of can get a vibe. Okay, you're top, bottom. If we're gonna hook up, we're not gonna, okay, he doesn't want to look at me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
or we can just be friends. I
Yeah.
feel like gay people, just with the look, we can figure out.
Yeah, no, it's like
because we had to
catchy.
survive for like 200 like million years
In the
without being
closet.
up, without being out. So we kind of like, I think it's in our genes.
No, sure, I agree.
Because, like, whenever I see a guy, I can tell a lot about him just by looking at him. Maybe I'm just too judgmental.
You're, like,
I've
judging
never,
up and down.
never hide it. But
yeah.
okay, so now you're just being femboy to them.
So yeah, when they come up to me, I'm very femme. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing like the most. So, but then also like they're also like the most like rowdiest too. Like the other day, a girl like was like we're like super busy, like turning around. She just like throws water down my back, like completely. Like I've never had like any guy ever like throw anything at me, but like girls like definitely throw stuff at me.
I love girls. I love my girlfriends. I'm very close with them. But sometimes there's like this type of straight woman in a gay club that they think that we're safe space here, and they kind of make a bad look for girls. I feel like
Yeah, I think it's also
they cross the boundaries.
No, for sure. I think it's also like because they're able to like they feel safe and they're able to like drink a little bit more, which like makes sense because
True.
in these like straight bars they're like being like aggressively like attacked and like being taken advantage of, and like here like no, I can like drink more, so it makes you like a bit more drunk than gay guys who are like kind of like more on guard. So like I get it, but it's also just like what the hell.
What's your favorite drink? What do you drink?
When they ask for water, I'm like, I love you so much. But like bottled water, not tap water. Or like
no, I mean for yourself.
For okay, for
like
myself?
after shift, like you know, like after you guys clean the bar, you cut the lemons, whatever for tomorrow.
I mean, sometimes we're drinking a little bit on the job, so
I mean it's normal, yeah.
Yeah, but I like some gin, like gin soda, a little bit of sour.
Gin soda and sour.
That's my favorite. Or beer.
Not gin and
beer.
tonic.
No, I hate tonic water.
Period.
That is.
And
nasty.
beer.
Yeah, I like beer. Like Blue Moon.
Do you go to pee a lot after drink?
Yeah.
Because if I drink one beer, I'm over.
You're like pissing everywhere.
I'm pissing everywhere.
Honestly, yeah, I drink beer because I can take a break. So I'm like, I gotta pee, guys. So like, this is the 5th time, and I'm like, I'm doing it on purpose. I'm like, I don't want to be here right now.
Oh my god.
So it's fun. What's your favorite drink?
I think Aperol Spritz.
Okay, that's a good like gay drink.
It is gay. I think
maybe.
I don't know. It's like Italian. Is it Italian?
Yeah, it's like Campari.
I've been into champagne lately.
Okay.
I know it's so weird because usually it gives you a hangover and like headache, but I used to drink since I was 13.
Oh, wow.
My first vodka was probably when I was like 7th grade.
Oh my gosh.
And between like 7th grade and like high school, I had so much vodka and I threw up at one point, like very badly. And I remember it till today. And since then, I could never drink vodka. Like, I can just not have anything. Recently, I had, like, something with the vodka, like espresso martini.
Okay.
Recently, like, couple months ago, I tried it a couple times, and it was fine.
Okay.
But, like, literally for 10 years, I never had anything with vodka. In Ukraine, it's hard, because you have to start, like, early. Like, my first beer at 10, my first vodka at 12.
Bro,
so,
that's insane.
Yeah, but when did... Because you guys smoke here. You started smoking at, like, high school or something.
No, I don't do cigarettes at all.
I meant weed.
Weed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do some rec, but I don't. Weed makes me really paranoid, where I'm like psychoanalyzing like every situation possible like, in my head. So it's not too bad.
So you live right now for a year in New York City.
Yeah.
You experienced some stuff. You were dating a guy, right? So you just recently broke up. How do you feel right now? Do you feel like you want to start dating again, or you just want to be a whore in New York?
No, not yet. So we broke up, and then we were like in an open relationship.
Oh,
I know.
Oh my god.
The favorite.
Oh.
You don't like? No. You have to be. Are you not in one? Or no.
I would say we're just like mostly monogamous, but sometimes we can be a little freaky.
Okay.
No, I was just obnoxious. Like, it's fine.
Okay, good.
Wait, so you were in open relationships?
Yeah, for like...
A lot of gay people on my channel don't understand that.
Really?
They think that it's like you're betraying your person. You're like, how did it work for you, if you can tell it? It's like, did you have specific rules, like strict rules?
Yeah, we did have rules until I broke them all, and then I was like, "Now we're just gonna deal with these. We're just gonna deal with this how it is." But like, open relationships do work. It's just like you have to be like fully transparent, which is like difficult because it's like you feel like you're sneaking around and like you've been told like this is wrong, but in actuality, it's like it's not wrong. You're just like doing what you want to do.
So you were the initiator?
Yeah, I mean, we became long distance because he moved to New York before I did. And we were like, okay, we kind of want to like try this out because we're like so far away from each other. And then we had this like, you could like hook up with people, but like there's all these rules. Like you can't have repeats, you can't hook up with anybody that we know, you can't like form your emotional connections with these people. And
just treat them like a toys.
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of like there and done. But then I was the first one to like hook up outside of our relationship when I was in Austin. I hooked up with this guy, and it was like so much fun. But I also like didn't have sex for like 3 months because we didn't like decided to like just do it. And I was like really excited. I was like, oh my god, like I get to have sex again. So that was like fun. But then we did it, and I had a really good time with him. I liked it a lot. And then I was like, I want to do it again. Like I want to do it again. But I was like, that's off the rules. But I was like, I fucked up, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it again. And I went and got hooked up with that dude again, like the very next day. But
he was so hot.
Yeah, he was really hot. He was really, really hot. But then I'm still dreaming about him right now. But I was stupid because Matt, my ex had my location, and so he knew that I was like somewhere, and then he like knew, and I was like, I told him I was like, I'm sorry, like I did this, I messed up, I don't like this rule, like I want there to be repeats because I don't know. I
get it why. Because sometimes you just don't really want to, like, I see the 2 points. First, like, he's afraid you can fall in love or whatever if it's the same person. But from the other side, if it's just a hookup, you don't have to look for someone else constantly, and
Yeah.
it's just easy.
Yeah, exactly. Like I prefer like that, like being able to message somebody that I have like this like
And it's safer
connection with. Oh yeah, for sure.
in terms of like STD.
Yeah, yeah, no, exactly. But also, because you know like what you're gonna get, and like you might have like somebody that hook up with like somebody random. It's like this might be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I've had like a lot of those. So
Yeah.
so
It is
like,
hard to find someone who's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, did you notice? I don't know. Maybe it's just my experience when I was single and stuff. I feel like a lot of hot guys, they're so bad in bed
Oh yeah, a lot of yeah. I mean, there's some
because they're lazy.
Yeah, yeah. I guess they just like hyper aware of like what they're looking like, and I'm like, just like be here. Like, you don't
Yeah.
have to like focus on that stuff. So.
Yeah, I've noticed it, and yeah, sometimes I'm lazy too.
Just, like,
Sure,
sitting there, you're
I
like-
just like to be lay in bed. So you're gonna just be in your single era.
Yeah, for right now. But we also, whenever we broke up, like we had this like whole trip to Spain planned, like when we were dating.
When?
So like this was we planned this in March, like our friends. It was like my friend and his friend, and we were still dating. We're like, okay, we're gonna go to Spain in July, July for Madrid Pride.
Have you went?
But no, I've never been. So but we did go
You,
in Madrid.
you just last month, like 2
Yeah,
months
yeah,
ago.
yeah. So we.
Because I've been to Madrid like last September.
Yeah,
How
I
did
love
you
Madrid.
like it?
I love Madrid. It was
Madrid gay
amazing.
scene, the opinion. What are you thinking about it?
It was hard because I was there for Madrid Pride,
Mm-hmm.
and I was seeing all these people from around the world. So I didn't really know like who was like Madrid and who was just like all these like hot gays like coming to the city. But it was amazing. I love Madrid. I'll
Did
do
you
it
ever
every
go
time.
with some people in Madrid?
Maybe. But,
Is it one hand? Is it two?
no, it's like 12. No, I'm just kidding.
12 people.
But we broke up right before that. But we still
Okay.
had all of our plane tickets and hotels and everything like bought. So we went together as ex-boyfriends, and we were staying in like one bedroom together.
King size bed?
Yeah, thankfully it's making a bit more people. No, I was kidding. But then, yeah, so it was interesting being there with this ex, and he like definitely found somebody on the beach like in Barcelona when we were there, and they were like talking and like cuddling, and it was like a very like bittersweet moment that I was like seeing him like kind of like somebody else, but I was like happy for him. But then they started like making out in the ocean like right in front of me, and I was like, okay, this is a little much.
Do you
I was
think he
like,
did it on purpose?
no, I don't know because I was like before we broke up, like I was already like talking to this like one guy in an open relationship that kind of like caused issues. Open relationships are messy. Like they're not. I don't think they're easy. That's for sure.
What's the messiest part for you? Like, what do you think is
Like figuring out like the rules and like what you're comfortable with and like sticking to those rules. And if you are, because I couldn't do it, but now I'm like figured out where it's just like you just kind of do whatever you want to without the rules, and then like you talk about it if you want to. If you don't talk, you don't have to talk about it.
when you were like hooking up with other people? Did you had agreement that you tell each other about those people?
Yes.
Or you had to hide? Because I know some people are like do as deep as just go in bed together on Tinder and talk about the guys, and I know some people who's like never tell me about it.
Yeah. So in the first part of the open relationship, whenever I moved here with him, it was like, no, tell me everything. Like I want to know the girth. I want to know his hairstyle. I want to know all this crazy
Is
ass
he
stuff.
shaved?
Yeah, exactly. So, but then it became less and less because you just like get jealous of this person. You'd be like, okay, then why? Like, what do you like? Are you gonna like love them or something like that? So it just became like, just like don't ask, don't tell, because it's a lot easier. But then,
Interesting.
yeah.
And you said that you, in terms of like nightclub, you mostly go to the parties like Horseman Disco and
Yeah,
all
those
those
are like my
parties.
favorite, like the events here. Are,
Do you think
definitely
like
my favorite.
that's why kind of like I feel like New York night clubs and like gay bars at night are kind of dying out. That's for how I feel, and I don't see
Yeah.
like a lot of people who I'm like would be attracted to sometimes, and I don't know. I just feel like it's more empty
Yeah.
because there's so many gay people, but they're just sitting at home at Grindr. Do they just go to this? Because I've never went.
Yeah, I mean, you're like right with like the bar scene kind of like being slower, and it's definitely like I didn't experience the bar scene like 5 years ago, but from the bartenders I talked to now, they were like, no, it was like packed. We were making tons of money, but it was like after COVID, people like realized like also with like the apps and Grindr, like people were going to clubs to like find people, and now you don't need to do that. You just
Yeah.
get on your app and like go find somebody down the street. So it's like definitely an interesting dynamic to
The
see.
sniffies now you can just go to
Bro,
location.
For real.
Do you have
just open up
sniffers?
the door. No.
I've never
maybe.
used it.
No.
Uh,
I have it, but I've never used it.
I never used it.
It's interesting.
I think you should pay for account there, right? In order to use it. no?
I think you can do it for free online, but like to do like like same thing with the grinder, where like you can do more stuff if you pay for it.
That's our next guest goal. I interviewed a year ago. I interviewed the guy who did the grinder. I want to interview the guy who did Sniffis.
Oh,
if you're watching us,
he's ready.
Text me, Daddy. I know you created your line of the necklaces. Can you tell? So first of all, what it's called?
It's called Desco. It's
Desco.
Desco.
I'm gonna leave the link in bio so you guys can go and buy. That would be really iconic and support Danny and his small business. Tell us more.
Yeah, so it's me and my partner, co-business partner, Sebastian, who design necklaces and potentially, hopefully, future like merchandise and products. And then we send them to his parents, who are jewelry makers in Colombia, and they make them there. And they send the products back here, so they're all Colombian made. And then we get 50% of our proceeds to Colombian infrastructure there for homelessness. They're building housing, so it's a really awesome cause that we're doing, and just having a lot of fun with it. And we're like experimenting, seeing what happens.
Who came up with this idea?
So since Sebastian's parents were jewelry makers, he was like wearing some of their stuff, and I was like, oh, that's like really cool. And he's like, yeah, I'm thinking about selling it. And I was like, that'd be so awesome. Like, let me help you. And so then
I just moved to New York.
I know. Like,
I'm ready.
Like, I knew how to do like website design and like product development and stuff. And so I created a website for him, and we were like working together. And I was like, okay, let's do this and let's launch it. And so we launched it last July, and it was really successful. First launch, and we like sold out of our like first launch products, and now we're like building more, designing more. So it's really exciting.
That's iconic. Yeah. How did you market it? Through Instagram?
Yeah, so primarily through Instagram, and then now we're like kind of moving into TikTok, Etsy, and stuff like that, and just going further and further. We'll see what happens.
Period.
Yeah.
I like gay people who have businesses.
I know, me too.
Everyone who has business ideas, startups, tech. Text me.
So, he's ready for more.
I'm very, very ready. Just the last couple of questions. Yeah. So the dirtiest place you ever had sex in?
Dirtiest?
Yeah.
Probably one in Florida when I was staying in my like family's friends like condo with my family. We're staying there, and like I was like, I like don't want to be here. Like I want to like have fun in Florida, and I was like 19, just broke up with like my first ever boyfriend, and I got on Grindr, and then met this guy, and he was like, I can't host at my place either, 'cause I'm staying with my family. And I was like, I can't do it at my place either. He's like, okay. I was like, what if we just meet on the beach?
Okay.
There's like this like beach over here, and so then he like comes to that house, and we go like walk down to the beach, and like in Florida, and then it's like suitable area, and then we like started making out and going from there, and then.
That was hot. Yeah, that's a good story.
Yeah. So the beach, but it's not very. But the sand was like sand is not.
Sand is not. It's not romantic.
Yeah.
People make it as sexy.
Yeah, no.
I don't think it's good.
Yeah, it was okay.
I like bedroom.
Yeah, that's the easiest. Very clean. But yeah, what about you?
Porter party.
Oh God, where?
Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like.
Oh no, I cannot say that. I don't want to get banned. I just muted it. I just
yeah, just mute the place.
Yeah, I muted the place. Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. Yeah, it's cool. It was a little too dirty, but we were drunk.
Yeah, bathroom is always.
It's not giving.
Sometimes I'm like, who the hell is shit?
I want to touch before we're gonna finish. The tension in the locker rooms. Like you started talking about it. So do you really think like do you really think the gym in New York is a place to hook up?
I think there's so many, like, especially like in Hell's Kitchen and like West Village and stuff, like there's so many gays in those gyms, and you're just like catching eyes like in the gym, and then you're going to like see each other in the locker room. You're kind of like, hey, what's up? But then some guys are like, no, but then it gets
how does
like,
it happen? Like, if it ever happened to your friends, I'm not gonna out. Like, do people just realize? Like, when do you know that you have to go to the locker room now?
I think it's just like catching eyes, and then like if you want to be like really like you want to be more confident about like actually like, this person's into you, just like hop on Grindr and see if they're there, and then like that's like the easiest way. But then people take it too far, and then like people are like in the locker room and they're just like staring. And you're like, I'm just trying to do my workout.
You had it?
I'm just trying to do my workout. Yeah. So there's like multiple guys I've seen like in locker room just like doing this like the entire time. I'm like, please.
I never change the gym.
No?
No, I never take a shower there.
Really?
Too. Basically, I just go there. I put my headphones and key
Okay.
And then I just go work out, and I just walk 10 minutes back and shower at home. Okay. It's not like I'm shy. I just feel like it takes so much time to like take your clothes off, go to the shower, dry out. When here, I'm just gonna like take a shower and walk in my underwear again. Like I don't need to change of clothes.
No,
I don't know. Is it weird? Should I start taking a shower?
Yeah, make some more content in the Equinox.
I don't think you can. Can you?
No,
I don't think you can.
I think don't
don't get banned.
No, I'm about to get banned from there. I'm already banned from there. So.
You are?
No.
Okay.
No, they just.
What gym do you go to now?
I go to Crunch.
Oh yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, it's good.
Is it good?
It's a really
like
good gym. Yeah, it's nice.
Is it Equinox quality or a little lower?
Yeah, a little bit lower. I mean, Equinox.
But it's not a Planet Fitness.
No, I hate that color. That purple and yellow is disgusting.
All right, guys. So I guess we're gonna finish it up. Thank you, Danny.
No problem. Thank you.
Would you come back?
Excited. Yeah, for sure.
For like some roast, we can do. I want to do with you like maybe a mukbang, and then I want to do like if we do like a podcast, maybe we'll like do something more specific.
Okay. Yeah, you have a lot more bartender stories to tell.
And I want to listen more bartender stories because you're good. Thank you guys for watching. Danny is gonna go to work soon.
Yeah, headed to Hush. Come check.
Definitely, please check out his website and go support the necklaces.
Thank you.
We really appreciate if you would do it. And do you have any like message to the gay people now? I've really never asked this question. I don't know why.
I'm like, oh my god, someone's
I don't know why I put you in this position. Okay, I have last question.
Okay.
Will you ever start OF? Do you feel like sometimes because you're hot, people pressure you into asking this, like, when are you going to start a rap?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely been asked before. It's just something I'm just, like, not, like, ready for yet. And I'm still kind of pursuing, like, modeling here and there. And so I don't want to, like, maybe, like, hop into something that I'm like, oh, maybe that might hinder me from doing other things. And so that kind of scares me a little bit. So we'll see.
You don't have to show that much, though. You can just do, like, thirst traps here and there.
True. That's what Twitter's for, I guess. Maybe I'll start a
Twitter is free though.
I know, that's
right.
right.
You should deploy.
That's true.
$12.99. So, no, yeah, it makes so you want to like try to do more modeling and stuff.
Yeah, so I'm doing like some modeling stuff here with some photographers. That's like another like interesting topic is like the photography scene here and like the modeling agency here. There's some crazy like weird stuff that goes down. That, like,
modeling is just not a grateful job.
Yeah, no, it's like, very sporadic.
I talk to a lot of models because I lived here for 3 years and I go to different events, and it's funny how like sometimes models just sell their looks, like you know that you can sell your look for like a video game, or like something else, and they don't know like where they sell it, like when they're young, and people take advantage, especially girls, but guys too, like so many people. Actually, it's New York Fashion Week right now, so I just know that it is just. It's given me dystopian vibes because no one makes money there. It's like only 2 free like models who are like making money. Everyone else is all this makeup people who do hair. Very often it's just okay, just do it. Then you'll be mentioned that you did it for Fashion Week. So that's why it's dystopian for me.
Yeah, it's a lot of false promises and a lot of like creepy. I don't know if you like in the modeling scene that you were like ever dealing with photographers that were like really like weird and like.
Try to touch you?
Yeah, there's some amazing photographers here in the city that like I've worked with. But there's also some that I've been like I'm like really uncomfortable in this situation because this seems I don't know if you dealt with that or anything like that.
So I got very lucky. Like whenever I started doing social media, I had like couple photographers who were like, oh, let me take pictures of you, and it was just pictures, like no one. But I also feel like I'm very different position because I'm not from here, and sometimes I will be like straightforward, and for some people it can be off-putting, or it can be like, you know, scary because I would like say, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm so sorry, like so
that's good though.
That's good. Sometimes it's not good. Sometimes I can turn off some people off, but that's not my people then. So
I wish I had that though. Like in the beginning when I moved here I was like too shy, and there's definitely situations I should have been like, no, stop. Like I don't feel comfortable with this. And I was kind of like,
what was this? Can you tell? Like,
I mean, there was when I first moved here. I was like working at Equinox. There was one guy that like was like, I want to take physique photos of you. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I did some modeling in Austin. I was like, okay, yeah, I want to do that. Like, I need some like photography kind of connections here. And then he's like, okay, just like physique, like photos, like just kind of like very like muscular stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. And I meet him like at his house and like doing photos, and it's kind of like with my shirt off and blah 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 jeans. And he's like, okay, now put these on. And they were like see-through like white underwear, and I was like, I don't do that. And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, I don't do like underwear or like nude shots. And he was like, bro, like that's like what we talked about. And I was like, we did not talk about that at all. I was like, you told me physique photos. And then he was getting really pissed off. And he was like, I don't know what to do. Like it's like our whole vision, like blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I was like, I think I want to go. And he was like, no, it's fine. Let's just like do some photos with like the pants on. And I was like, okay. So it was really awkward now.
And
like,
you stayed?
I stayed because I was uncomfortable. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I was like, I need to have these connections. I need to like do this stuff. And I was like, I just don't want to do that. And then it was like really awkward. And I was like doing like all these like awkward poses because I felt uncomfortable. And then I was about to leave, and he was like, wait. He was like, can I ask you something? And I was like, what? And he was like, no, never mind. And I was like, what? And he was like, can I see you naked? And I was like, get me out of here. I just like grabbed all my stuff and I was like, no, I'm leaving. Like, stop.
Did he send you pictures?
Yeah, I mean, that was the only good part of it. Is I got the pictures and the pictures were actually really good. So, but
And you never talked to him anymore?
No, not really. After that, no. But there's been like multiple like photographers.
We'll save those stories.
Yeah.
We'll save because I want to like I don't want to tell everything.
Yeah. Stay
For
tuned.
you when you come back. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this podcast. Now we call it podcast, which I should have called it 2 years ago.
What's your podcast name?
The Gays of Our Days.
Okay, that's cute.
So
I love
it's
that.
like the days of our life.
Yeah.
But we're trying to be very like sex positive, but
Okay.
PG-13.
Okay.
We're
that's
trying
good.
to be like inspire and break barriers, but we still want sponsors.
Yeah, because
in the future.
Sniffy's is PG-13, of course.
Maybe they're gonna sponsor us. That's a free promotion. Okay, yeah. Don't forget to follow Danny on Instagram and say hi from Art in his DMs, but he probably not gonna answer because he has a lot of them. So thank you so much. I'll give you a hug.
Sounds good.
I'm not even sweaty. Like that's good.
Okay, that's good. You
Yeah.
usually sweaty after?
Sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
It smells good.
Yeah, I can smell it.
All right, thank you guys.
Bye, guys.
Don't forget to also follow VIP page. All right, that was amazing. Now I need to like. Now I'm thinking if